Hello everybody. Decided to take you for a little walk with Chewy today. And he's just out here scratching and digging like he's got fleas, but he doesn't. Oops, there's a hole. I wanted to, give a little update on some things. And interesting, I'll try to keep it short because I know I have a hard time watching the longer videos sometimes. It's just like, it seems like there's so many of them you want to get in. But I've spoken about the purge that's been going on. And wow, this purge has been physical, energetic. And in this country, the United States, let's be honest, our livers are crap. All the processed food that we've been told is real stuff. Stuff that, people, there's special poisons out to kill dandelions. It's one of the most beneficial things that we can eat and forage. We don't forage anymore. I remember going out and gathering wild sage, wild mint, palm ferns, things like wild blueberries, wild blackberries. We don't have that anymore. Roll, Chewy, roll. So I went on this fast, 3-day water fast, because I'd been so sick. Gotta love him, don't you? I'd been so sick. Modern medicine did nothing for me but use up my financial resource. And when I talked to my friend Dave that's been helping with this, with the healing, my earth healing, he has the knowledge of herbs and special minerals, things like that. Very, very, very aware of our body and how it's supposed to function. Not by modern medicine, but by ancient earth medicine and energetic healing medicine. So at the end of the 3 days, I video chat him. And he says, "Oh my God, you're electric." And I realized how much like me I felt. Not me, but the true me. My energy awareness of other people and their conditions came through right on, got feedback, was able to counsel somebody and talk about things that was going on, explain some things, talk to them, and immediately the information started flowing in. And this is divine information. This isn't me pulling something out. I'm simply but a conduit, and I've allowed myself to be used that way and trust it. But anyhow, so part of this is the purge that's going on, and all this nastiness that came out of my lungs, just masses of black, thready, the burnt fiberglass, the nastiness that people displayed to me, the people that used me. And don't get me wrong, it was by no means everybody. Some very wonderful, wonderful people that I know from where I was at. And I'm not downing the place. But the energetic situation that I was in was unhealthy. And that's part of what I had to purge. So I had to accept, and this goes in with, I can't remember if a Luna or Peace Dealer said it, but I'm going to be 50 this year. Yeah, I said that out loud. And a part of me, I had to allow it to die, so to say, and go away, so that the true part of me that's here to do this, what I have to do in the energies, can do what it needs to do. My first husband has a cousin and her husband. And my best friend Lish, who I took out to lunch yesterday, no big deal, just she works very hard. She works with the schools, and then she has to have another job. She usually has only one day off a week, and that's on Sunday. She happened to luck up and she had yesterday and today off, which is Sunday and Monday. And she was so happy. She works with handicapped children, disabled children, visually impaired children. And she has such a love for children. And she says, let's go see Diana Sue. And I said, haven't seen her in a while. Let's do that. Didn't tell her anything about who was coming. I showed up. We started visiting and having a great time. Waiting for her husband to come home. And when he walked in the door, he saw Lish, who he hadn't seen in a while. And then I leaned over and he says, wait a minute, let me go back out and come back in. And he did. And he says, oh my God, we thought you were dead. Somebody told us you were dead. He said, and he, everybody hugged. He says, I thought you were dead. And I was sad. And that was such a synchronicity for me, and a confirmation, an affirmation. It was so amazing to hear that. And some people would say, what? No, it was amazing. Because even though physically my vessel is still here, and somebody confirmed that energetic death occurred. How amazing. How absolutely amazing. I'm able to feel again what I need to feel for other people so that I can help them. And so much confidence in it. And it's simply amazing. My sister, my God, same thing. She is a teacher. She's been a teacher for over 20 years. And here she is watching. They're teaching our children how to test. If the children don't test well, then the teacher does not have job security. So when they tell these children that they have to write an opinion question, the example I heard was, the question was, are bugs good or bad? And I think she said it was a 5th grader. And the 5th grader wrote, well, some bugs are good and some bugs are bad. And this is why. And explained, in fairly good detail for a 5th grader, very articulate, why some are good and why some are bad. This child got a low score because it didn't just state one clear opinion as to yes or no, bugs are good or bad. This child actually thought for themselves. And this is something that I've been arguing for a long time. We're teaching our children to test, not to think. All for the sake of the industrialized dollar. You see, for a long time, I had this selfishness inside of me. Why didn't my sister just want to be my sister and have these good opinions and this and that and the other? Well, you know what the truth is? I was forced back in a situation by this fire to come back to the place that I said I would never come back to, because there was so much pain growing up here. My parents had to work all the damn time. They worked so hard just to keep us in what we so-called need. And so when you leave a neighborhood of children to raise themselves, daggone children can be cruel. And I was the youngest. Thank God for my big brother David, because he was my salvation a lot of times. I was the best thing in the world to him most of the time. But I've actually started sitting down and having conversations with her and hearing her real side. What I heard and what I saw was what she was forced to be as a teacher. And now I'm hearing how frustrated she is. If you teach your children to think, then they don't do well on these standardized tests and your job is in jeopardy. Guys, let's turn this crap around. It's not about a score on a test. If we take away their creativity, who comes up with the cures? Who comes up with the technologies? Who comes up with the ideas to save our earth? And that goes into everything. There are energetic parts of this consciousness, this collective consciousness, that are going to die away. It's going to happen. All this politics crap, guys, don't absorb that. Don't absorb that. Because you know what? It's the energies. It's what has to happen. And it's going to take care of itself if you align yourself with the right purpose and start speaking out. Politicians have to say what the mainstream agrees with so that they get elected, so that they make money. Let's make all the politicians work for minimum wage and see how things go, right? But the whole point of this is this purge that I perceived personally. So many are going through. Very aware friend of mine. Look up Quirky Cosmo. Listen to what she says. And I'm not going to be a liar and say I get everything she says. In the moment that she's talking about gene keys and stuff like that, it registers, but I can't repeat it back to you. That's not my niche. I have her in my life to help me understand that part when I need to. Isn't Chewy just beautiful? Love your animals. They're going through this with you. They're here for you. The new girl I met within a week, here I am talking to her about what's going on in her energies and how to make this an easier shift for herself. And that's one of the gifts that she was given, was this beautiful little bulldog who I fell in love with immediately. That's how it happens. That's how it happens. So if you feel a purge, go with it, guys. Oh, the flies are bothering Chewy. Go with this purge. Let it happen. And remember, we have to heal our bodies. We have to heal our bodies from these decades of abuse that society has told us, oh, this is what's good for you, and this is how you make your life more convenient so that you can, work more hours and go and make money and pay into the system and be part of a functioning society. Let me tell you, the functioning society are the indigenous societies that still respect the gifts of this earth that we live on, the sacred covenant of the exchange between us and this earth that we live on. Everything we need to be healthy, physically, energetically, spiritually, is provided. But society has hidden it from us in the fog that's descended down upon us. So what am I trying to say? Allow the purges. Reach out. I know that there are a lot of us that charge. And we have to. If you have a financial resource, wow, please help. Because we've given up that so that we can be more in tune and we can help. Many of us struggle. And we put things off. We live with less, but that's okay, because when it comes to it, what we need usually comes to us. And sometimes the energies say that person is in the same situation you were, help them. And that's our exchange. The energies need the help because they need that energy within what's going on energetically. Listen to your heart. Listen to the energies. And love. I mean, they thought I was dead. So look what a treat they got. And I told him, I says, well, I tried to explain it to him. And he doesn't go by that. He's half Choctaw. And his beliefs are that of that indigenous tribe because it's within his blood, it's within his spirit. That's the way that his mother taught him, was those ways as far as what makes you a good person. Love each other. Don't harm the earth. Help where you can. And be a good person. Don't take advantage. And if something's got to be purged and you have to lay it to rest with compassion and gratitude. Those are our gifts, new beginnings. And death is not an ending. Everybody out there that's grieving for somebody, death is not an ending. It's a beginning for that person. The love that person had with you, it still lives. The only time that you have to let that energy go is when that's your decision. That energy can remain with you in love. Just reach out and know that that's what you feel, and it's just in a different form. You can't give that person a hug, but you can give an energetic hug to that energy and accept that they are with you. They've told us for years these things don't exist. You know what? Open your spiritual eyes, and what you see, accept it as real. Trust your intuition. And just try to listen to, your inner guides, your inner guidance. And if you need help, reach out. If you can't afford, sometimes something happens energetically. You get a gift that you're able to use towards that. Sometimes the energies have said, we need that energy twined in. This is how you have the energetic exchange with the energetic collective. Those things are real. Let your heart love. Let your heart soar. Let your heart expand. Accept the gift in gratitude. And I love you all so much, because I can feel out there some of the hurt. And I'm giving you an energetic hug. And I'm saying it's going to be okay. We'll get through this together. There's so many I want to say thank you to. And they know who they are. And then I also want to say to Creator, thank you. Thank you for this honor to descend and incarnate here on this planet and be part of the healing. I love you all. I wish you joy, laughter, music. Let your soul flow through the music. Let it be part of you. When a song speaks to you, let it just permeate your cells. Don't just hear it, feel it. And then give gratitude for those musicians that put that out there. And let me say just a quick, Dion, Travis, thank you for the gift of love that you've put out there for me to see. I'm just so humbled. I might not have much materially or know how I'm going to pay this or that when it comes up. But I have so much love and support and encouragement. And I want to share that. I love you all. Check the description box. I'm going to include something very precious. Makes me cry. It's been coming up every morning I listen to it, and it makes me cry every time. Not sad, but out of gratitude and love. Sung by a beautiful soul named Nako Bear. And listen to it. The visuals that go with it are beautiful, but listen to it. Feel it. Let it open that spot in your heart and cry. If the tears come, cry. As your tears hit the earth, they mingle. And trust me, she's saying, thank you. Thank you for receiving. Thank you for caring. And with that, I'm going to close out because, like I said, I don't like to keep you guys too long. I like to try to get the message there. But thank you. Thank you so much for all of those that encouraged, all of those that have asked me, how are you doing? All of those that have sent me energy, all of those that have sent me healing. Thank you. Namaste. I love you. And just breathe in the beautiful love that's everywhere in the air. And let it flow out of you in the gratitude for that. And until next time, take care of yourself spiritually. Listen to the voices. The voices showing you love and compassion and direction. They're here for you. It's real. It's real. And it's okay. It's going to be beautiful. I love you so much. And take care of yourself. And have a wonderful day with laughter from the very bottom of your heart.